Happy Sunday. If you're going through a storm, I need you to surrender to it. Not because it's comfortable or easy, but because storms are here to teach us something. And if we keep having the same storms and finding ourselves in a storm that appears to be never ending, that's because a lesson has not been learned. I've also experienced that sometimes a blessing comes by way of a storm. We often think that if something great is going to come, it comes in a pretty package or like our fairy tale and daydream. And sometimes, oftentimes, if anything, a blessing, a release, or a chain may be broken by way of what looks like division, by way of divorce, by way of having to sit in a season of silence, a season of unseen. So if you're going through a storm, instead of having the mindset of, why is this happening to me? Rather say to yourself, what is this supposed to teach me? Because clearly we haven't learned what we're supposed to learn. Once you change your mindset, you've automatically disabled the enemy, the mountain, the person, whatever it is that was the trouble. You automatically have dominion over it because battles are started, won, and lost in the mind. And if our mindset isn't right, we're not equipped for battle and we're absolutely nowhere close to the victory. After having that mindset in many storms, I realized, oh, that's why I had the persecution, because I was only a few steps away from the victory. So once you get to the promise, the persecution makes sense. And you'll hear people say that, oh, if I didn't go through this, I probably wouldn't have had this. And if I didn't go through all that, and you're like, what are you talking about? Why would we have to go through something bad to get to something good? But often we put our own chains on our own hands and feet by way of poor decision making, lack of resources, brokenness. And then when we get in the midst of the struggle and the storm, we're like, oh, why? What happened? And it's like, girl, you had a part to play in this too. Surrender to the storm. Pray for discernment. Discernment will have us realizing that what we thought was destruction is really deliverance. And what we thought was never-ending persecution is really a path leading to God's promise over our lives. Congratulations on your victory, baby, and surrendering to the storm. My name's Vanessa Pierre-Louis. They left me to drown. Now I own the sea.